Well, good morning. This is the Ancient One in the golf shop downtown Winder. It's the week of the U.S. Open at Pebble Beach. I'm having a pastry and a little coffee. I had a cancellation, so I got time to chat. I call this a fireside chat. Mm. Boy, these are good. And healthy, too. Believe that now. Got some mountain property, Florida. But coffee's good. A couple bites of that, be all right. Good, good, good. So, relaxing, chatting. What to talk about? We can talk about politics. We can talk about religion. We can talk about the weather. Ho hum, I'm nodding off. Life, golf. Now, there's a couple subjects. So, it's interesting. I've been studying how the mind body works. Well, the body we know has over, I've been told, 600 bones, over 200 muscles, over a trillion nerve endings. Give me a break. I get tired counting. Good coffee. So, how does that relate to life? Oh, you notice I went right to my nose and scratched it? That was a subconscious automatic response. I didn't have to think. I didn't have to think to do this. I didn't have to think about this. This. Isn't the body wonderful? We can do all these automatic things. Chewing, eating, sleeping, fight or flight. We got different systems that take care of different things. Digestive system, elimination process. My son is in, as we speak, in dialysis because he has zero kidney use, end stage renal. So those wastes have to be removed. Well, most of us have good kidney function, good liver, heart works good, stomach works good. Man, isn't the body a wonderful and fearful thing? It can do a lot of damage too. But nerves, I'm really zeroing in on this. And we are all hardwired. Genetics takes a part, but we have common bits and pieces. We all, most of us have an ulnar bone. We have different, we have a chin bone, we have a neck bone connected to it, but it goes on and on. And we have commonality with the muscles. Nerves, how they are wired and connected is amazing to me. And it all stems to our spine, our brain. And I'm thinking of how delicately we can use our hands. Now, these two fingers and a thumb have a separate wiring connection. It's the median wire or nerve that goes through the carpal tunnel and it directs this. So we can be very finite, very skillful, darts, writing. You can have very nice painting and pictures, drawing. So we use these. We need to use them in golf, I think. 42%, I'm told, of our nerves are relegated or delegated to our hands. So we know our hands, we can do wondrous things. Play the piano, we can play sports, we can play golf, skip a rock, We can do all kinds of things. Because this connection to here. Now, a really good friend, in fact, the brother of my owner of the shop here, was struck on the golf course, went down, didn't lose consciousness. They thought he had a stroke. He plays golf every day, 79 years old. Reminds me a lot of J.H. But he has the time, and he's very physically fit, works out the Y every day, and he watches what he eats. They thought he had a stroke. Well, did a lot of praying, because if he didn't have golf in his life, it would be very empty existence. So, but they did MRIs and so forth. They haven't determined. He did have a heart valve replaced 5 years ago. Maybe that's gone bad. That happens. But he has function. Wow. I didn't want to get old and decrepit, as I told J.H. Hey, old time marches on. I ain't going to escape that. But I am not decrepit. And in fact, I'm going to play golf. I'm going to play with Steve and Mike at 1 o'clock. So, yeah, I had a cancellation. So I got this time to spend with you in a chat. So we're chatting, and normally I demonstrate, but I'm using the cerebral part of my brain, which still is working, thank goodness. As Yogi Berra said, it's 90% mental and the other 50% is physical. That's a yogiism. Come to a fork in the road, take it. I love yoga. So, oh, there I go, scratching. I found that we have proprioceptors, little sensors in the ends of our joints, fingers, even my elbow. I could find something not as good. I couldn't write as good with that elbow, but it has feeling there. And I have a feeling where I might go. And I know Kyle Maynard, who's born with he's a congenital amputee. He's been on national TV. He has no arm below this, so he has no elbow, but he holds it together. He can write amazingly well. He can do a lot of things. And he was high school wrestling, played football, because his legs were very, very small, not developed. But he holds the world record for fly reps. They chain it to his stumps. I think it was 210 times 200 pounds lifting. I don't know, but I'm not into weightlifting. But he actually owns a fitness center. Great guy. He's climbed Kilimanjaro on his stumps all the way to the top. Got leather made it to fit around his stumps so he could. Now I did that in the Army. Live rounds going over my head at basic training. Man, I'm glad I wasn't in. I'm glad I wasn't in combat, because I had cleanup job afterwards. Oh, Lord help me. It got me along. I'm 84 practically, so I'm blessed. And Channel Lock, golf, J.H., Bill. It's just amazing. My daughter died last year, but I've been able to get through that. It's hard, always hard. People die all around you. I get a lot of friends are dying on me. I don't know what's going on here. Must be the Kool-Aid. But I'm young at heart, and golf, and I'm a top-level pool player too. So what's that mean? That means I manage my game, my body, and I can control what the ball does. Very satisfying. Very satisfying in pool, particularly to beat a guy that's 1/4 my age. Cocksure and good shot, but and rated higher than that. Just because I use this, as Bobby Jones says, the 6-inch course between your ears. Let's see, maybe I'm 6.5. I got a big brain, so I don't know. I'll have to measure it sometime. But we're not into measurements that much, or body positions, or mechanics, but there are certain fundamentals and protocols, as Jage calls them, and you just have to obey them. Our body's a machine, the club's a tool. So when I'm talking those 25-cent words, protocols, I'd look it up, system of rules. There's also another, I've been doing a lot of study, and I've been looking into how the body, the mind, particularly, and the nerves work. And a word that algorithm. It's hard for me to say. What it is the neuronal connections that we all have. When you're a baby, you might put that spoon in your ear, but very soon you learn to find your pie hole. And this, hopefully you get out of that. But we use that. We're very tactile. There's trillions of nerve endings. Those are receptors. Your finger, actually your tongue has got probably close to a trillion. I don't know who counts, but anyway, this is what we have to program, is our nerve endings, what to do. And we do it consciously to begin with. Maybe you've heard there are 4 levels of competency. First level is an unconscious incompetent. He doesn't know. He just goes out there and hacks. Then there's the conscious incompetent. Man, if I could only square up that club or stay with it and not fall off, I could probably play better. Then a lot of us are at this level, the conscious competent, because we learned some things. We learned how to use this tool, but we're not doing very good at it. Maybe can't break 190. And the majority of men don't break those figures. But we'd like to shoot in the 80s. That would be pretty reasonable for most of us. I can shoot my age. I'm 84. It's easier after you get to a certain age. But we want to shoot well and comport ourselves in a reasonable way, so we're not embarrassing, and we go out in a tournament that's maybe company sponsored and you bang it all around. That's all right. You're a good putter, so we'll just don't worry about it. We like to contribute, be good at all areas of the game. So that's the challenge and that's the fun. But algorithms, those are connections, and we all have them. We get from the earliest age, learning how to ride a bike, car. These connections take place, rightly or wrongly, and a lot of it is genetic, DNA, as Bill calls it. If your dad was a good athlete, there's a good chance you could be too. And I ask all my students, were you athletic in your youth? Did you play any high school sports? Or, oh, no, I didn't. I did. Well, cute story. Alice, I won't use her last name, retired age 65, lives now with her husband, Van. He's a good player, an 8 handicap, in a golf community. And that's the expected thing. That's what they do. Well, Van wanted Alice to learn how to play, and she thought probably be good and she could spend time with her husband now. She said, no, I never did anything. Well, I said, Alice, did you dance? Were you in dance or acrobatics or cheerleading? Well, yeah, I was a cheerleader. So I thought about this, cheerleading. My wife was a cheerleader, high school cheerleader. We were sweethearts since age 16. I knew her since first grade, same school. And I was the big star, not that big. I was the center on my basketball team. They listed me at 6 foot. Anybody who's seen me I never reached that. In fact, I've shrunken probably 5'10" or 5'10 and a half. But I can still do pretty good. I can't. I could dunk, but my hands are so small I couldn't really power dunk. But not. I had a good hook shot, and I could leap maybe 40 inches. I don't know. I never measured it, but I did a pretty good job, and I was all county. But that's another world. I don't play basketball now. I played till I was 50, I guess, church league. Yeah, I played tennis till I was 60. But now I can play golf. I'm going to play Wednesday again. Man, this is fun. It's outside. It's not that hard. It's so easy. If you let it happen, not make it happen. So talking about the golf swing and how we have to change to make it easy. We have to reframe. Boy, is that hard to do. I'm right-handed, predominant, everything. I could open a door maybe or something with this, but this is what turns and rights and draws or whatever. Right hand dominant, left eye dominant also, by the way, which is unusual. Kind of helpful in putting. Anyway, working, how do we reframe? How do I reconnect? I often thought if something happened to my right hand, well, I would play left-handed. Well, I got a set of left-handed. I hit for several weeks. I got decent with a short club, but that's as far as it went. But I still had the right hand, so maybe I didn't really buy into it. So it's just hard to reframe, hard to reconnect, hard to rewire. As particularly get older, you get a 7-year-old, they're just open, they're in discovery mode, their mind's like a sponge. Us older, mature gents, not so much. But we have to open up. And I think I talked about cognitive dissonance. We're in that little box. I'm doing all right. I can do this. I want to expand. I want to do better. I want to be better. I want to widen my experiences. So that's who I'm appealing to. You out there who are high achievers, both in life, in your careers. Maybe now you got time for golf. You didn't have time to really spend outside in this wonderful creation we have. Golf course, someone else mows the grass, good air. It's 4 hours or so of just bliss. And you're with friends and camaraderie, fellowship, laughter. And the golf swing only takes 9/10 of a second. So if you compute it, even if you shot 100, you might have 60 full shots, maybe 70. That's less than 1 minute in a 4-hour round. So we can make it work, but I call it the grunt impulse. We want lazy. We want, as Jade says, loosey-goosey. We want easy peasy lemon easy, just flowing, languid and loose. As Steve says, monkey arms. Well, my arms, I had them measured, weighed, I had to take them off, 12 pounds. Well, I used to have guns, but they still work. You can see. Now, actually, using this finger here, the muscles, I don't know if you can see some flexing there. And this nerve comes down here. In effect, I can go sideways. You never want to do that. No. Nah, boo-boo. But we can do a lot of things. Play piano, musical instrument. So I've developed what I call the piccolo grip. So it's just using mainly these fingers right here. Not grasping, just barely holding, like a dart. So these nerves have their own set. That main nerve tunnel, carpal tunnel, median nerve goes. So that's fine muscle motor skills. We need to use those in the golf swing and putting. It's an art form, delicate. You know, I'm really bending your ear. I've never done a video this long, but cancellation, I got time. I'm going to play golf. Maybe this can help you. It helps me to vent. There's a lot of laws of physics, the laws of leverage. We balance physics, geometry. We have to obey all these. But it's not rocket science, or I couldn't do it, that's for sure. So to have control is to give up control and let our automatic muscle mind complex work for you. But you have to understand what your intention is, what you want that tool to do. We can't be willy-nilly jabbing, poking it. We have to swing it in a nice, graceful art form. And that's where channel lock is so great, because this sets you in a channel that's preordained. And if you just don't get whacking and hacking and move it all, so keep a very still base, head nice and centered, monkey arms, nice loose grip, and the ball goes out there so nice. We want minimum effort, maximum power, not powerful effort. How do these little gals, 5'0", 120 pounds, hit at 260 on the LPGA Tour? I'm going to swing like a girl, one of those girls. 400 or 500 par, that would make me very happy. But they're very flexible too, and they do it 8-10 hours a day, so probably not. We're not going to do that, get there. But we want to be the best we can be. And friends, I want to leave you with this. The best is yet to come. Chew on that, and this is the ancient one in Winder. Ciao. Talk to you later.